name is Gordon Burns, and I served as president for 2003 and 2015.
During each of your terms,
Mhm.
what was the big topic during your presidency?
In 2003, it was the Competition Bureau and doing another go around with the real estate industry. And at that time, I served on the Competition Bureau committee for Korea, and it was it was a difficult time that way. And we were also, if I can add sort of a second topic for that period, was we were still getting our feet on the ground in terms of NSAR itself. We were in the fourth year. I was the fourth president. And so just that alone was enough. Yeah.
And what about your second term as president?
Second time round, believe it or not, Competition Bureau was there again. With a different topic this time, but we won't get into all of that. But they were there. But as well, my second term, we changed MLS providers, and some of us staff and volunteers became targets of the membership as we made a change, and it was difficult. It was more, I think the second time round, it was more bringing Annapolis Valley in as full members, and Yarmouth, I believe, was just before that, um, and getting them acclimatized to the provincial association as full members. So both times were exciting times.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would imagine.
Yeah.
I remember that Paragon trip.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
still have the button that says "Keep Calm and Paragon."
Yes. 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 And I still remember the wonderful, loving emails that I received from some of the members during the changeover, like, what dummy decided on this? That kind of thing. So typical. Yeah.
You'll be pleased to know we still receive emails like
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Okay.
We changed databases.
Yeah. 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 At the time, we were very limited in the number of providers that were available. And the one we had been using, Philogix, I believe it was, they were still going to be doing the MLS. They came and did a presentation along with Paragon, and the differences between the two systems was uh, tremendous, and to the point that when the final decision was made, and there was a member committee put together to decide on or to make recommendations to the board, and when it came down to it, Paragon was the company and the system that we needed at the time, because things were evolving so quickly and with technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. I traveled to Toronto in 2003, I believe it was. Might have been 2002, I'm not sure. And they were looking at bringing in the system that we already had. And that taught me that even though we were a small province, a small association, we were miles ahead of other people in some areas. And I think it's only natural because we had fewer people to make the decision. You get to a province like Ontario, there's so many boards and around that making a big decision like that would be difficult.
That's very true.
Yeah. In 2003, we were just beginning to get involved with government relations. We were always there for Korea. We went to PAC days, but we weren't really involved ourselves as much as we should have been. And it was at that point that we started to move forward and develop a government relations program, which has turned out to be very successful, thanks to mostly staff, because staff have to do the spade work to put things together. And to make the presentations to Korea. But I think our membership and people involved with government relations have done a wonderful job in making us known to all levels of government, not just federal, but federal was one. That's where we started. And now with the provincial committee as well, the sky's the limit. And now we get called. We used to have to call to become recognized. Now they call us to ask us for information. I think that's wonderful.
What is one thing that has changed for the positive in the industry?
Some people would say positive, some would be negative, but I think we would all have to admit it's technology and just the general way business is conducted because of technology now. I recall vividly, as I know many of my colleagues would, of meeting at my regional office, the local Tim Hortons, and meeting with another agent to hand them an offer. They then run off to get the offer rejected or accepted or countered. And then they'd come back and we'd meet at the Tim Hortons and talk about now. I know I've talked to many people and don't even see each other anymore. It's all handled electronically and electronic signatures and so on. I personally would find that difficult, a transition, because meeting people and getting to know other your fellow salespeople and so on. So that was one. And I should add um, one that we forget about, but it impacts us greatly. It's not NSAR directly, but we have to work within that envelope, and that is the real estate commission and how that's changed over the years. Um, that has had a huge impact on our industry. Positive, I will say. There's always some negatives there, but overall, a positive impact. Yeah. Happy anniversary, NSAR, from a double president. I hope you have a double good time and another 25 years to make it 50. I might be around. Who knows?